Hello and welcome from Northern Ireland. My name is Steve.
My name is Kristin, and today we're going to take you on a very special road trip.
Winter is coming.
You know nothing.
Of course, we start our discovery in the north, and instead of horses, we took the bikes to come here to the Tollymore Forest.
Yes, our noble steeds. And all of the scenes that were shot in the first 2 seasons north of the wall were done here.
The Tollymore Forest Park covers an area of 630 hectares at the foot of the Mourne Mountains. Oakwood from Tollymore was the preferred material for the interiors of the White Star liners, including the famous Titanic, which was built in Belfast. With our guide James, we explored the locations where the Starks found the direwolf pups, as well as the spots of the wildling camp and the haunted forest itself. After a short drive from Tollymore Forest, we stopped at the river Cuan, which has been featured as the location of the twins, the seat of the House of Frey, and continued afterwards to Inch Abbey, where Robb has been declared King in the North in the season final of Season 1. We finished day 1 at the Cuan in Strangford, where the owners Peter and Caroline shared some insights from the shootings which took place at nearby Castle Ward.
We were fortunate enough to have, over a period of about 10 weeks, to have most of the principal actors stay with us. Our 2 children really enjoyed it. Of course, they were able to bring selfies back to their drama teachers.
Castle Ward was able to be adapted and adjusted and used freely by them without too much intrusion from the general public. The site that they used for Robb's camp, which is adjacent at Audley's Castle, is at the end of a road, the public road that's 3 miles. So even though they had big sets set up and they had lighting there and they had lots of apparatus out, it was again relatively hidden from the public eye, so they were relatively undisturbed. When
you see it on the television and you see it and know the exact location, it even adds more specialness to it.
Next spot is Castle Ward, and this is a really important filming location.
This is basically where all the Winterfell shots were filmed, and as you can see, we're about to try our hands at archery.
Your archery skills have been found wanting, and I, Lady of Winterfell, sentence you to death.
Today we're driving from scene to scene, so this is the right place to introduce you to our driver Phil, who also drove the crew. So right now we're in the place where they actually shot scenes where you see Winterfell sitting on top of a mountain, right?
That's right, yes, exactly. They CGI'd Winterfell in to the top of Cuan Castle here. So basically, as the likes of Jon Snow goes to the wall, or Ned Stark goes to King's Landing, and they look back at Winterfell, they're actually looking back at Cuan Castle. Just over here, just beneath the actual top of Cuan Castle, we have where Ned Stark beheads Will of the Night's Watch. On top of it, we have where Brienne and Podrick were in Season 5, following Sansa Stark and Peter Baelish as they made their way up to the neck to Moat Cailin. And Peter Baelish and Sansa are just down here, quite close to where Ned Stark beheaded Will.
After a short stop at the Steenson workshop, who designed the jewelry for Game of Thrones, we headed along the coast to the place where Melisandre gave birth to the Shadow Assassin in Season 2. Merlot Bay was our final stop of day 2. Here, Theon Greyjoy rides on the horse with his sister Yara in Season 3. It's also the spot where Davos is shipwrecked after the Battle of Blackwater Bay. The high amount of shooting locations led us to the next question.
Why did Northern Ireland get picked for the shooting locations?
Well, originally they didn't choose Northern Ireland, actually chose Scotland first and foremost. But there were a few problems with the filming there. When they decided to film the second pilot, they ended up using Northern Ireland because of the large film studio that we now had built for Game of Thrones at Titanic Studios. Along with that, they have an amazing, beautiful landscape here in which to film this medieval series.
Also, it hasn't been featured yet, we decided to start day 3 by visiting the Giant's Causeway and drove along the beautiful Causeway coastal route to get to the next Game of Thrones spot. The stunning Ballantoy Harbour has been used for exterior pike shots and as the Iron Islands. This is where Theon arrived at the islands and got baptized. Just around the corner, close to the famous tourist attraction Carrick O'Reed Rope Bridge, you can find the location where Brienne beats Sir Loras and is given a place in Renly's Kingsguard as a reward. On the final day of our road trip, we went to Portstewart Strand, which has been used as Dorne in Season 5. One of the most iconic locations is right next door, Downhill Beach and Mussenden Temple, which has been eliminated and transformed into Dragonstone in Season 2.
Welcome to the iconic Dark Hedges. This is where Arya Stark made her escape from King's Landing, and this is where we will be ending our road trip.
And if you want to replicate our trip, and if you want to find out more about all the spots we visited, you can check the website of Tourism Ireland, which we've linked below this video.
And if you like the video, be sure to share it with your friends.
And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Vala Magulis.
Bella de Harris.
I would encourage the world to come and enjoy the wonderful location.
Sleep in Sean Bed's bedroom or King Robert's. Enjoy the foodstuffs they enjoyed. Enjoy the village that they enjoyed over a number of weeks.
Do you remember the days when we were young?
Located in the south of Chile, they got a